Well, the weather outside couldn't be better. They've opened the roof and the retractable windows on the sides, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Jamal Agnew. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready!
Richardson going right to the air. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
19. 18, run with 18.
Play action. Now Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So this, a great matchup here in Indy. You get a divisional game right out of the gate. But, Charles, what do you see in store for these two teams in 2023?
Indianapolis trying to get themselves reestablished as a playoff team, but they've kind of hit the reset button a little bit. While Jacksonville, coming off of a big finish in 2022, they believe they're the team to beat in the AFC South.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. There, Richardson back to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And some room to maneuver. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth 1st quarter of play. And they'll go again with Etienne to about the 40-yard line. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 60 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all. All right, a little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double zero, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 and second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Second down, here's Richardson. A throw on the money there to Doolin. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
On the option to give to Taylor here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Sliding out of the pocket. A short throw pulled in by Woods. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And it'll be intercepted. And the Jaguars force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 77 yards. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here's Richardson to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Third down and 1.
70, Hawk 70. Go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's good for a Colts. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Dragon 60. Rig alert.
Slot
rig
man
alert.
moves right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's second and 10. Richardson looking to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Now Richardson yet again. Flushed out right. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Left side, he finds Pierce. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and goal from the 6 this time. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown, 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. ETN up the middle. There he goes left side. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 48 yards. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Richardson off the play fake. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Hey,
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
11 Agate. Big 13 heavy. 11.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
11 Agate. Easy. There we go.
Now Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Hey, Lion. Hey, I'm gun.
Now Lawrence to throw. And incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Hey, kill. 11 Agate.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Hey, easy. Route.
Etienne. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Heavy. Big 13 heavy. 30 left. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Yep.
They'll try to run with ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. Ready?
Now Richardson. That complete to Downs. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Ready?
2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Richardson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in 1 shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown Colts. Alec Pierce, 55 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
30 left.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Take right open.
The slot man in motion right.
Silver.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And the Jaguar first down.
Red on red.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Another tote for Etienne, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42. Give him 18 on the play. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30.
13, move. Take right open.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
11.
On play action, Lawrence. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brenton Strange with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario,
Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Lisa 24.
2nd and 10.
Sink right. Silver.
ETN on the toss right. 94 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Red on red.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with a football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
Ready up.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Go.
Richardson working from the gun. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Off play action. Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Okay, break.
Back to the air with Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here now, 2nd and goal. Here's Richardson. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Sink right. Easy. Read it. 24. Read it.
Lawrence. That is intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? If they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles, they've got to go back out there and play.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Richardson to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Running out of the gun with ETN. Now he's loose again. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
Here's first and 10.
Ready, ready?
One last shot for Richardson. Room here to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Jags, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.